last second. And must have some slow Wi-Fi. So, Steve, I got to tell you about the most exciting Little League game you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah? I want to hear about it.
So Saturday, we're playing for like a number 2 seed. We're the 7 seed. We got to a 3-0 lead. They come back 3-1. Then we're up 4-1. A little back and forth, and then all hell breaks loose. We get a third baseman takes a ball off the mouth. Ball rolls all the way down to the left field line. Left fielder doesn't even realize that he has to go back up the play. So the third baseman's got to run down the third base line with a bloody mouth, picks up the ball. That's just the start of the inning.
Hold on, time out. So it busted his mouth, and he was tough enough to still go after and get it?
Oh, yeah. Tongue gashed. Awesome. Yeah, 8 years old. So we got to take him out of the game. Then we got to put a lefty at third base, which is never ideal. And then they end up scoring 5 that inning. So now we're down 6-5. We come back and score 4. Now we're up 9-5. So now we're looking good. Knox comes in, my son. Quick 2 outs. And then just the pressure, you can see the pressure just build on these kids. 2 outs, nobody on. Knox walks 4. And we can't make a play to save our life. No one can make a play. No one can make the correct play. We can't get off the field. They score 5. Now we're down 1 again. So we come back. We get to start the inning. We come back. We score 5. One kid hits a ball off the wall, which 8 and 9-year-olds really don't do. Coaches, parents talking crap to each other. It's chaos. Stress is high. Playoff Little League baseball is getting there. One of our best players has to leave now at the bottom of the inning because he's got a tee time for junior golf. So now we got to put in the kid with the busted mouth got to come back in, play second base. We got 2 kids switch their positions in the middle of the pitch, just decided they were going to go play left and right field. They're going to switch the ball to the left fielder. When he switched, drops the ball. This was before we had 2 outs, nobody on again. 2 outs, nobody on, up 4. And then this other pitcher, bottom of their lineup, just feeling the pressure, and he cannot. He ended up even trying to lob it in there. He can't. He walked 5.
Oh no!
Ground ball to the second baseman to would have ended the game. Kid with the busted mouth boots it, just holds it, doesn't do anything. Kid from second runs all the way, scores from second. We lose.
Is there like a 5-run maximum per inning?
Yeah, there was a 5-run max.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, we would have scored $1 billion.
Epic game.
Oh, I had to go straight to the bar after that one.
You're taking 8U softball to the max.
Bro, when we come back yesterday, we win 14-9. So now the boys are at it again tonight. We got to win every day of the week. I told them to make it to Saturday.
That's awesome. So Knox had he only threw 1 inning?
Yeah, he threw 40-something pitches. So you have to have so many days off if you throw more than 50. So I couldn't lose him for more than that.
So I'm so confused, right? I gave a lesson to a kid, one of my buddy's kids today. Good pitcher. Like I've never seen him throw before. I was impressed. Really? He's just raw. Little 3/4 arm slot, little kid, 11 years old. He told me that he's like, hey, so my son pitched in the game. He threw like 100 pitches, and the coaches asked him if he could pitch again the next day. I was like, yeah, sure, we'll do it for you. And I was like, wait, what? Like, there's no way. He goes, what? That's not normal. I'm like, tell me he didn't throw like 100 pitches at 11 years old and then try to pitch the next day. Like, you're gonna kill him. And so I was like, he had no idea. He's a football player. He's like, oh, I don't know. He's like, so today, he's like, so if he pitches Friday and he throws like 80 something, like, and can he pitch again Monday? I was like, no. He says probably too much. Too less of not enough break, right? I'm like, not even close. No, that coach is gonna kill your kid. Like, he's only 11 years old. Trust me. So it's just amazing. Like, I'm glad you guys are like strict with the rules on that.
Well, Little League, that's why I like Little League a little better. Well, one, I won't do that to anybody. Like, I'm not dumb, but right. The Little League has their rules. I'll find them for you. But so like we had 2 kids throw. We had a kid throw 60-something pitches yesterday. The next kid threw 50-something. So they're done for 3 days. So they're 3 days off. Can't bring them back. So now, like, I got to be strategic for the next 3 days. We have basically 4 real pitchers to get me through 3 games.
Yeah.
So we need to blow them out, and I need to keep them under 20, preferably, so they could throw the next day. But they cannot throw 3 days in a row or 3 days in 1 week. I can't remember. I got to check the rule on that. So that's very, like, that's going to be hard to deal with too.
Yeah. See, softball's different. Girls can pitch every day. It's a natural motion. So, like, it's pretty wild.
It's like you throw underhand.
Hey, well, I'm glad you said that, actually. I read something fairly recently about how guys are trying to drop their arm slot a little bit for that reason.
To throw every day?
No, well, to be healthier.
Oh.
Like, supposedly, there's been studies out there with guys with lower slots are less injury prone. And so, like, even Skeens' arm slots like tick lower this year than last year, and guys have starting to consider dropping their arm slot a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It makes sense.
It does. I remember after 18, Tommy told me how my arm slot had raised like 6 inches or something. So we tried to like level my shoulders. I remember playing catch one day at the and you're like, that was ridiculous. And then I was like, oh, that must be the arm slot.
Or was that the one you threw off my kneecap?
No, that was during the season. This was spring training where I made an arm slot adjustment with my shoulders, and it like changed.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I did. I was like, whatever you did that spring was electric because you were just a totally different pitcher.
Well, I was getting my butt kicked. I was like, okay, Tommy, like, I'll do anything.
Help.
And then he's like, come in the lab tomorrow. And then after that,
yeah. I saw him in a video recently. He was like opening packs of Topps baseball cards with like Justin Turner.
Wow, big time. Still got good hair color too.
Great hair, really good.
So let's check the standings. Rockies are 1-9 in their last 10. If you bet $500 they were going to lose every day, you'd be winning a lot of money.
I saw someone else said something similar to that on Instagram the other day. It's so true.
Yeah, well, they fired Bud Black and then they won a game and then they lost 2-1. So maybe here we go.
Firing a manager. Have you been a part of that?
Mid-season, no.
I have. It's the worst. But
yeah,
maybe
because
it was
you failed and that got the guy fired.
Yes. Yes. Ultimately, it's probably my fault. Yes. Not closing games.
Everyone has a hand in on it.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, you see your bench coach crying, dapping up everyone going around locker rooms. I love you guys. I'm like, oh man, if I didn't blow 8 saves in 4 games.
Yeah, but the bench coach is about to become the manager. That guy's crying as he's so pumped he's about to be the manager.
No, he got fired too.
Oh.
They're like, we're done with both you guys.
Oh.
That was the year Dan Jennings, the GM, took over as manager.
Oh, and then he was the manager, right? The GM became the manager?
Yeah. Now, DJ is the man.
How was that?
So let me preface this. First of all, DJ's awesome. Like, great guy. Like, he used to give the best speeches in spring training. Like, you genuinely look forward to him talking. But when your front office comes down into the dugout with you, it's a totally different dynamic. Now, he's a good guy. He was great, but like, it just wasn't the same for the guys. You know what I mean? Everyone's walking on eggshells. Can't say anything. Can't be yourself. Like,
right.
Management's in here no matter what you say. And he's, as much as he want to be like, no, I'm here for you boys. It's just like, I don't know, man. So, but I love the guy. But it just wasn't the right move.
That would be so odd. That would like never happen again unless Craig Breslow decided.
Right.
By the way, have you seen the situation in Boston?
Yeah, I was hoping you bring it up. How do you feel about that? I know how I feel about it.
Well, I read a lot of Devers comments, and he's like, I don't understand. Like, Breslow played the game. You just can't make position switches that easy. It's hard. And like, obviously he doesn't want to do it for the boys, and he was comfortable where he's at. He's obviously pissed they went and spent $100-something million on Bregman to play third, and he was already there. I mean, I could see both sides, but now we got the owner flying into Kansas City to talk to him. He still hasn't switched, but he's raking. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends if you're a better team with him playing first base or without him playing first base.
I mean, you got to be a better team with him playing first base, right?
I don't know who's going to DH.
All I know is I think you're the same way. You would definitely just wear it for the team, right? Like
I would 100%.
Like I'm sorry, like you're not a good defender at third base. And so and like but you rake. You smash. Like if for me it's like I'm getting paid a ton of money. Like Mookie Betts, played shortstop for the Dodgers willingly. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Like I have such
Bryce
a hard
played
time.
first.
Right. Bryce played first. Like I have such a hard time like that you just can't. And by the way, it's not like he's going from third base to playing shortstop. He's playing another corner position. I'm sorry. Like sure, you can mess up there. We all get it. It's hard, but like you're going to make our team better playing there. I'm sorry. And the fact that you can't get over it, it frustrates me. I'm sure he's a good guy. He's just handling this so poorly, really.
Well, it becomes awkward if he walks in the clubhouse. It's awkward. Now you want to talk to him every time you're around him. It's just like a little weird. And now if there's there's another guy that messes up at first base, and it's just like, well, Devers could have been there. Maybe everything becomes awkward now.
Yeah, just put in the work. Like guys switch and play first base, all the time, man. And I know it's difficult. You're learning a new position. Oh, maybe it will affect his hitting. Like, I don't really think it will. Like, he's played a corner position his whole career. Like, what? He gets to sit around and hang out in the clubhouse more? And, like, is that the reason why we're not going out to first base? Like, what is it? Like, you're worried about your contract? You're already getting paid $300 million. Who cares? Just go get it done.
Yeah, I want a better explanation from him on that one.
That's tough, man. I'm always siding with players, but that one's tough. Like, that one
you just trade him?
Do it for the boys. No, we can't trade him. He's your best offensive piece. Maybe unless the.
But now the
other dude. Yeah, but owners are always mad at the players. So what difference does it make?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
always mad at my fantasy football. You see how that goes.
Now listen. As I open the app up, the first thing I see is Devers, 10 hits, 8 RBIs, named AL Player of the Week. So clearly it's not affecting him. So whatever. He's still smashing. Because you remember his start to the season.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was like almost historically bad. So he's figured it out.
They're only one game over 500. They're 3 games back of the Yankees. So, and here comes Toronto. Toronto's won 4 in a row. By the way, who do you think the 2 hottest teams in baseball are right now without cheating?
Without cheating? Oh, man. Come on. Mariners, unfortunately. And I don't know why I say it, unfortunately. I like the Mariners. But Mariners, because I didn't pick them to win it. Mariners and the Tigers.
False. Mariners have lost 4 in a row.
Really? Last time I checked, they're in the first place. That's why I picked them.
They are first. I said the hottest team in baseball right now. There's 2 of them.
Detroit. I was right on one of them.
Twins.
Right? Oh, the Twins.
No, Twins.
Oh,
They've
Twins
won
and Cardinals.
8 in a row. And Cardinals 9 in a row. You just cheated.
Call me a cheater.
Yeah, you just cheated. I know you did. There's no way you're thinking Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals. Yeah, they won 9 in a row. I just looked. I cheated.
Washington's lost 6 in a row. Your boy Davey, his preseason speech about it's their time and all that crap. There's not a worse pregame talker in the baseball than that guy. He can't get the rocks out of his mouth.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do in a manager situation when you know you don't have a winning team? It's be like, all right, guys, go get him. Like, of course, you're gonna try to instill belief in your team.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's our. I don't know. I just Davey
shock the world.
The wrong way.
You just don't like the guy.
So it's all about Davey. You watch his pregame. I told him this. I said this. I did this. It's all about I said it to him. Can't stand that crap.
Yeah, but does he take the blame for bad losses?
I don't know, but he still takes the blame for if you did good. Yeah, I told him to start throwing his fastball more down and away. I told him that. No, maybe you didn't.
Maybe he did. He told you when to get loose, didn't he? Hey, get
for the
Kinsler.
millionth time in one game. Yeah, he told me to get loose. He told us to get loose so many times we had to call back and tell him no.
I remember you
And
shared
then
that
I got
story last
traded.
year. And he said, "You're out of here, dude. We want guys that will take the ball."
We don't. Yeah, whatever. I think he blows a guy out a season. To be honest with you, I would love. I'm gonna look that up. I really think he blows a reliever out here.
Not any worse than any other manager in the league nowadays.
Well, nowadays, but this was 7 years ago, where warming up 3 times an inning wasn't really a thing then. Like there was a lot smarter managers in baseball at the time, more old school that knew how to run a bullpen.
Then you had good different managers than I had. My rookie year, I think. So I threw in, I don't know, 50 something games because I got started in AAA. But between AAA and like big leagues, like I got a ton of appearances, but the most up and downs I've ever had in my life.
Because you threw underhand and you're the rookie. Yeah, I get that.
I'm just saying, but I think you just had a conservative manager. Who was it in Milwaukee? I'm drawing a blank.
Ron Renicky. Well, my first got there was Ken Maka, and then it was Ron Renicky. Where the thing is about that is I got moved into the setup role really fast, so I was taken care of a lot.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I had Jack McKeon, so anytime the starting pitcher was in trouble, get C-Shed going. And then when he got out of it, and the relievers got in trouble, get C-Shed going. It was like multiple to a point where it was like, I got to ask Reed Cornelius, who was our bullpen coach, but he kept track of it all. It was like ridiculous, like 12 out of 14 days of getting up and down. It was nuts. Whether I was in the game or up, you know what I mean?
And then what I learned when you're a rookie, all that, you just wear it and you're never sore. You're available every day. And then you become, then you end up having a great career like you did. You earn the right, but you got to wear it in the beginning.
The first time I felt the wear it thing, though, it was my rookie year. I went in to close the game out against the Dodgers. We were up 5, so they had me pitch the 9th, get through it. We had a day game the next day. Ricky Nolasco threw like 2 innings and got rocked. And I ended up throwing 3 innings the next day on the day game. And he paid for he paid for all my dues. Ricky did. How awesome was that? And I just had to wear it. Yeah.
Ricky's a great dude.
He's a man. And so he's like, thank you for bailing us out. It was a good team player by you. And I was like, he's like, I got your dues. Don't worry about it. I was like, sick. But I was hanging. I was hanging so bad. I was grinding through those 3 innings.
I was all about doing it for the boys and wearing it until I had to, and then my stress fractured my elbow, and then the team just throws you away. And after that, I was kind of like, and I had to go have surgery, and they just set me away, and they tried to designate me while like I was extremely hurt, but I was trying to pitch back from it. No, that was even from my knee too. Same thing with my knee. I had knee surgery. Did it for the boys all year, 13, 14 with a half a torn patellar tendon. Then I finally had surgery. Then they just wanted to throw me away. So after that, I was like, I am not doing the wear no more because this team doesn't care about you.
Yeah.
So I was over that. I was just like, I'm just going to take care of myself. That's why I started taking my days. And you wanted to wear me out, but I'm taking my days because this team will throw me away in a heartbeat.
We're winning.
Yeah, but that means I trusted our bullpen. We had a really.
I'm just messing with you. I like giving you grief about it, but we threw a bunch. It was fine.
Yeah, you threw a lot. I appreciate that. Who else we got? What do you think on Cy Young Award favorites right now?
Skubal.
For the NL though.
Oh, I don't know. Hit me. Who do you got?
Well, this is for the first Cy poll for NL. By the way, Max Fried could be up for an American League too, by the way.
That's true. I forgot about Max. I'm just a big Skubal fan. But Max is, I feel like he doesn't, maybe I'm naive. I haven't seen it. I don't feel like he gets that much attention. He's in New York because Judge is playing so well.
He's 6-0 with a 1.
I know. Maybe I'll take back my Skubal. That's a good call, man. Oh, shoot.
And Crochet has 9 starts, a 1.93 ERA. 10, almost 11 punchies per 9. So, and then for the NL, Yamamoto.
Yeah, I was gonna say Yamamoto.
Skeens, and Logan Webb, who's having a good bounce back year because he's throwing like a kick change, and Hunter Green, but he's on the IL.
I want to change subjects so bad, but I can't. Yeah, no, I mean, dude. Back to Fried. I just don't feel like he's been getting that much attention like he should be, being in New York. Like what he's doing is insane. 6-0, 105 ERA with a .9 WHIP. That's incredible. Have you seen his career regular season numbers? By the way, I didn't realize how good it was. And this year's helping, but obviously 79-36 with a 2.96 ERA.
Wow.
1.15 WHIP. Yeah, we're on a little delay here.
He just needs to stay healthy.
So I know. I mean, it is incredible.
He's been on a lot of good teams to get those wins. Like the Braves were pretty good. But to have a 2 ERA for a career regular season is amazing.
Yeah, and then he's pitching in the AL East now too. Like actually, well, the NL East was also very good last year. So he's pitching 2 really good divisions. You know what I mean? It's just, I think it's just a testament to how good he really is.
Speaking of the Braves, Acuna starting his rehab assignment in the Florida State League or FCL. What is that? What do they call that?
Oh yeah, what do they call it now? I don't even know.
Complex League now, which would be rookie ball.
Yep. So, but what's his timetable for return? Did you see? Because they're hanging in there without him, but
no, but he's got to be at least a month out. I would imagine at least a month.
Yeah.
They're hanging in there. They definitely, man, they started terrible, and now they are 20-21. So they're only 6.5 back of the Mets.
Right. And they have, it's like lately they've been playing pretty decent ball. They're 6-4 lately, but you're right. They started bad. It's like real bad. The fact that they've covered this much ground without him too is really good.
So bad.
But also Chris Sale's been turning it on too, I'm pretty sure. His I watched him throw angry fastballs the other day. I think Pitching Ninja put it out. I'm like, holy cow, dude. This guy's still bringing it 98. Just
Sale?
Peppering. Wow. Yes. Like just angry fastballs. Like just so impressive, man. He's got a 3.97 ERA, but like lately it's been better. Last 7 games, 3.58. So
one thing is like their bullpen, Iglesias is not dominant. I mean, he's given up some games, man. It's just they've always been so good in the bullpen. It's just hold on. By the way, Jesse Chavez is with them again.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? They signed him like 3 days into the season. They're like, we're 0-3 and we love his energy. Let's go get Jesse. Like, what?
I wonder if he's even been playing catch. He probably not.
It's amazing.
He's not on the active roster yet, but
he's just going to be like the clubhouse guy.
Oh man, that's
awesome.
Awesome.
Just crazy.
They have a guy, Scott Blewett. I remember seeing him pitch for Kansas City. Like that's a tough name to be a back end, like a reliever in Minnesota last year. Yeah, tough name.
Who is your surprise team of the year so far? Your most surprised team?
My most surprised team
for good,
overall?
good and bad. Good and bad.
Okay,
biggest letdown, biggest.
Well, Oakland's got to be up there, but Seattle, honestly, I just didn't think with their offense that they'd be where they are right now. I also thought Texas would be in a better position, but Seattle's probably my biggest surprise team because I just thought they just wasted the free agent market during the offseason when they could have used a huge bat to help, Rodriguez out. But I mean, they can flat out pitch. That's their deal. They're gonna if they get the lead, it's almost game over with them. So that's what they bank on.
Yeah, they've allowed 186 runs, but so far that is 40 more than the Tigers.
Yeah, and then the war on the other end.
And yeah, biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment. Baltimore.
Yeah.
You gotta get the hamsters.
But they're getting. I was just literally reading an article how they're getting healthier and they're not hitting their potential. Like they're all this stuff.
I know, but minus 65 run differential. That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough go. Jackson Holiday though is having a good season.
I know. I'm glad to see that. That kid was going through it last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, we were ready to send him down. Well, they did send him down, but me and you were
They
throwing
did.
him away.
No,
I
you
was
were throwing
him
him away.
away.
Give him a chance, Mr. Positive.
It's the big leagues. There's no time. You're the AL East. They're in the contention.
Especially in the
There's
AL
no
East.
time.
You're right. You're not wrong.
If you want time, go play in Oakland or.
But they did it. They sent them down to try to clean it up.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, Gunnar Henderson.
How about Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh is just. Listen, Pittsburgh. They got one of the best pitchers in baseball, and they're doing nothing for those guys. They spent $20 million in the offseason on free agents.
Yeah, that's it. I know, but I mean, all these small market teams that say they can't afford it, that are getting revenue share money to go spend money on these guys. Like, why aren't they? I just don't get it. You're right. I feel bad for these guys, like him, Sandy Alcantara. Marlins did it to him when he was in his prime. He was. Don't forget, he was like for 2 or 3 years the most dominant pitcher.
Yeah, they traded. They didn't even pick up my option. They're like, we don't want to let you to help Sandy anymore.
Like they just let these guys rot, man. It's such a bummer. I don't know. I guess Trout, but that's a different situation. That was just not good contracts.
One of the places in all of baseball. That stadium is amazing, especially when they fill it up. It was a tough place to play. The black hole in like 11, 12, 13, 14 was so hard to go into to play.
Yep.
And they refuse to just help these guys just get better and create something. It's just crazy.
It is crazy. Do you remember like the early 2010s? So like 2013, I think it was, when they made the playoffs, how electric that was. And Johnny Cueto dropped the ball and like the crowd just went nuts. Like,
yeah, it's one of the best places to play for sure.
It is. I love going there. Favorite breakfast place is there. Pamela's P&G Diner.
Yeah, you're right.
Good spot.
I used to ride the bike from the what was the Fairmont or Fairfield, whatever.
The Fairmont.
I used to grab the bike and go and try to go to the breakfast places.
Mm-hmm.
Little did I know I was training for my BMX after career.
That's right. I don't know, man. It is disappointing. Like, you just love to see a city like that just invest in their city, or a team like that invest in their city and put a good product on the field, especially with the core group of guys you have there. So,
I agree.
At least Don Kelly's. I think he took over the managerial role, right? He's the man. What a teammate. So
they just fired their manager too, Derek Shelton.
That's what I'm saying. Don Kelly took over. I'm pretty sure. He's the man. Yeah. Got to play with him in Miami.
Don Kelly, that Don Kelly's the manager now?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's always a good like leadership type though, like role player guy, good locker room guy. I'm not surprised. He's awesome. But you'll see him, like guys like him, Craig Albernaz. I don't know if you remember him. He's a catcher. He'll be a manager soon, I'm sure. Just super good locker room guy. He's a bench coach in Cleveland.
I need Del Scalzo to become a manager. So
you're
a pitching coach.
Have you reached out to teams about that?
No.
Well, why not?
I'm not really ready to leave my house.
Yeah.
My kids are young.
Oh, I thought you really wanted to.
Bro, I'm going to be Little League. I'm going to go on the board in Little League, and I'm going to fix all this mess.
Hey, I will say this to his credit. So Tom Kohler took over the softball, because we all have girls here, and not took over. He's helped. He's on the board now. He's one of like the main people that helps out, and they're doing incredible work there. I mean, this league is exploding with his energy and stuff like that. You should consider it. It's awesome. It's cool giving back that way. Seeing him give back that way.
Well, like, I just want better umpires. You got to hold them to a better standard. Like, it's just bad. It's pretty bad. And better fields. Like, fix the field. Better mounds. There's nothing worse than a kid pitching in a sandbox. Like, it's impossible to pitch in that. And hitting in a sandbox. It's not that hard to just put or I'll do it.
I know. So I agree. And like, if let's say, it rains here all the time. If there's like a little slightest bit of a puddle, we can't touch the field. Like, the grounds crew has to do it. But guess what? On the weekends, on Friday, if we have a game, they go home at like 2:00. So if it rains at 12 or 3 and there's a little puddle on the field, like, we're kind of screwed. we can't touch the field. And
That's
so
not
it's so frustrating. Yeah.
That's frustrating.
I'm like, man, we're paying taxpayer dollars. Just let me go out there and roll the thing off it. Who
They
cares?
leave the things unlocked. I show up early on the game. I grab the hose, the tamp, and the rake, and I go out there and I drag it. I do everything.
Yeah.
But the mounds are still sandboxes. Can we just get clay? It's not that hard. There's so much money in this area. Just get some clay or a turf mound. It's not that hard either.
Right. And I gave like I said, I gave a lesson today in Palm Beach Gardens. Their little league fields are the nicest fields I've ever seen in my life. Next to Cressy's. They like redid them all. Like it is incredible. I should take. I want to take a video for you.
Yeah.
Insane. Yeah.
Why don't you take video of your lessons, Steve?
That's too much. I'm not a big video guy. I'm not gonna video myself giving a lesson to a kid. What if the dad's like, I don't want my kid over social media? I don't try to post I don't post my girls on social media. I'll ask them sometime, but we'll see. I don't want to give away my secrets.
Throw underhand or don't throw underhand.
Yeah, exactly. I saw the kid throwing low 3/4 day. I'm like, oh, be careful. You're coming down a little lower. I might have something to work with.
I would love to know how you would teach mechanics because you had no idea what you were doing. You were just throwing. You thought you were throwing overhand.
Exactly. See, that's the thing. In my head, I'm throwing overhand, so I can teach it.
How are you going to teach? What are you going to teach with your glove? Where should the glove be? Glove side.
Glove side is mirroring what my throwing hand does. Bam. I'm teaching the kids the most basic fundamental thing. Mirror it out there. Get that glove away from your body. Don't be here. No, we want to get here. We can pull down off the front side with a firm front side. Boom. Kids throwing gas. So simple.
You know, yesterday I saw a really cool video. Jake Peavy was talking to Al Leiter, and Al Leiter gave him Jake Peavy used to have a straight front side, like pointed at the catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And Al Leiter, I guess they're playing catch at the All-Star game. So Jake Peavy's already an All-Star at the moment. And he's like, you told me something that really helped me become a Cy Young. He goes, all you did was look like I was telling time. He goes, so just look at my watch. It really always got me right here in this position. And it helped me so much. I'm like, wow, that's like so easy to tell a kid.
Literally what I'm teaching kids at 8 to 11-year-olds is exactly what's going on behind you with Mariano Rivera, that power position. Now, I don't want them on their toes as much as that. And even though he's the best closer in baseball, because I feel like you want to be driving off your heel a little bit more, especially as a kid. But that power position with your weight back right there. Already. Yeah, with your weight back though, these kids are landed. They're so far out in front. I'm like, nope, we want to look symmetrical and just do it in your backyard all day, just like a dance move. Like bang, just keep doing it. And they love it. These kids have been super coachable, so they figure it out pretty quick.
My son's got really good mechanics. He just doesn't use the legs as well. Like, when you foot strike, he doesn't power through it. He just lands and throws through it. I want you to punch. Yeah. He doesn't get that yet. Once he gets that, he'd be good.
I think some of it has to do with strength though too, right? Like he's just not used to being in those movement patterns quite yet.
Yeah, I think if I get him on a steeper mound, I think he will feel that. I think when you're on a flatter mound, you don't really feel that as much.
Mm-hmm. Or have him do drills where he's in that power position like I'm talking about, but with his front foot elevated, having to really get over a firm front side there to reinforce that.
Oh, when they'll have you throw back up a mound
off the back,
you know what I mean, or throw off the back of the mound.
Yeah, Mel Stoudemire had me doing that in Seattle to retrain myself to trust my hip after surgery. And that was super helpful because I had a really weak lower half of front side.
That's funny. I had a guy to do that to me to retrain to trust my knee when I was coming back from my knee surgery. Crazy.
Yeah, it was great. So,
anyways,
look at that, man. These kids are gonna be throwing. If anyone's listening to this, the kids, they're gonna be throwing fuzz now.
Well, then, yeah, all kids should listen to this. I think this is good stuff. Actually, they would learn more if you posted your teaching, Steve.
I'm a quiet worker. All right, I'll consider it next time.
I had a kid reach out to me on TikTok the other day asking if I gave lessons, and I guess he was like a 8th grader. And then the dad reached out and did all this, but then they want my resume says I could charge a decent price for my skills, and I mean, sorry about it. You don't want it that bad. Success isn't cheap, right, Steve?
That's true. Although I didn't really pay to play. Growing up, kids do these days. I got lessons here and there, but not. I didn't play travel ball. I did rec. I did
Yeah,
Legion
well, I
ball.
did a little bit.
You know,
Yeah, I
travel
did
ball
Legion.
wasn't AAU ball is what they'd call it back then. I don't know if they call it that anymore. That would be the equivalent to travel ball, I think. And I didn't do it.
No, I did.
It's too expensive.
I started some travel ball at but there was like 4 teams in Las Vegas back then. There wasn't what it is now. So we would hardly ever travel. You just play. I was Little League all the way until 12. And then at 12, I played club ball. And then once you get to high school, you do Legion. Like you don't do the other stuff. I never paid to go really, never went to a showcase in my life, never did any of that stuff.
Yeah. No. But we're a rare breed now.
Never had a pitching lesson in my life. No, never had a pitching lesson. Had one hitting lesson. I think I got worse.
I remember my first pitching coach in my pitching lesson, Steve Almonte. He was really good at teaching kids. And what he taught me was like super helpful for my takeaway. And I use it to kids to this day.
Really?
You know, if a kid really struggles with like hand separation, like I just tell them, scrape the bottom of it. When you take the ball out of your glove, scrape the bottom of the ball like you're standing in a bowl of cereal, and then you're scraping up the side of the cereal bowl to get yourself on top, and then fire like once your foot strikes. And that's for like the most basic thing. Actually, I've even taught it with kids in high school. I have like really bizarre arm actions, and so it kind of helps. Just a visual there.
I see a lot of hip issues too, rotational stuff. Some people forget how to learn to like hip shoulder separation and rotate. I don't know. There's so many things that any kid, you can pick out any kid, but there's some things that you could help. Small things will just help some kids just go so far, but nobody asked.
For sure. But you also too, like nobody asked. Even on these lessons I gave to my buddies' kids the last couple of days, I'm like, I want to see how your kid moves and throws first before I teach him anything. I'll teach him the fundamentals of the mechanics, like the Mariano thing behind you. But at the end of the day, each kid's going to throw different. And so there's some little things we have to tweak here and there. So I just want to see him move first.
Yeah, I like to play catch with it. I like to play catch and get the long toss out of them. That way you kind of see how they move athletically, and then we'll go to the mound because then I kind of have a good feel of what they're going to be like.
Yep, totally.
Anyways. All right, well, that's it for this week. We'll see what happens for next week. Steve, go bet on the Rockies to lose. Appreciate it. See you guys later.
See ya.